So back in 1821, electricity was an innovation. It was brand new. It was hot. Over the years, a number of bespoke systems like the Hippolyte Pixie were produced. Then we had products, and eventually those products matured, and we had utility-like services. Electricity had become more of a commodity. Westinghouse and Edison introduced the first utility grids, so it became more of a commodity provided through utility-like services. Then Harvey Hubble introduced the plug, and then by the 1930s, we had national grids. Electricity provision had transformed from an innovation to a common service. It had become ubiquitous. It had lost its spark. That's my favorite joke, and no one ever laughs at it. Now, this transformation is known as commoditization. And this pattern is repeating in many different industries. So if we look at computing resources, we have the innovation of the Z3 back in 1941. We had the bespoke systems like Leo in 1946, to the introduction of the first products, such as the IBM 650. The next logical step was obviously this to shift from a product to a service world. And this is literally what John McCarthy predicted. He made the conceptual leap that computing resources would be provided in a similar way that electricity has. So we have the concept. But the question always was, when would IT activities be suitable for this transformation? Could we somehow map out this process, produce a graph to see when it was going to happen? Well, the answer to this is yes, we can. If we map a graph of ubiquity from something novel, like a good film with Tom Cruise in, to something common, like a film with Tom Cruise in. And against this, we map certainty from something which I don't know, like whether I'm going to finish on time, to something which I do know, like how much time I've got. And then we add some real data. What we discover is that this hypothesizes an S-curve relationship between the ubiquity and the certainty of an activity. From something which is novel, rare, poorly understood, an innovation, to something which is commonplace, more well-defined, like a commodity, and ultimately provided through a utility-like service. Now, you can see this in IT. So if we take CRM, Customer Relationship Management, and we look at the early systems, innovations, where we just used lists, and we didn't even call it CRM, then this moved up to sort of database marketing systems in the mid-80s, then we had products in the mid-90s, and now we're heading towards much more utility-like services for CRM. CRM has made that transition from innovation to much more of a common service. Now, all business activities are somewhere on that curve. And